A Trip Down Memory Lane by Daryl Pratt of Mossman 2088. Narrated by David Tredinnick. The joys of aging. As a sprightly 76-year-old retired financial planner, I am here to regale you with tales from the good old days. Strap on your time-travelling goggles, young folks, as we journey back to the 1940s, 50s and 60s in Australia. It was a time of penny pinching, resilience, and a lot of laughter. So, grab your popcorn, sit back, and let me share the hilarious roller coaster of life lessons from my era. Surviving the hardships. Picture this: a young lad walking 5 miles to school, uphill both ways, in the blistering heat and pouring rain. Okay, maybe not exactly uphill, but let's just say we didn't have chauffeur-driven school buses back then, or mum dropping off and picking you up at the school gate. It taught us the value of perseverance, even if it felt like we were training for a marathon every morning. Walking with the local kids, it never felt far. We ran, we skipped, we made up games, we talked, we sang the latest tunes, badly, but most of all, I remember it was just fun. But hey, it wasn't all fun. There were nervous moments of gloom and doom. We had a few economic downturns and depressions to spice things up. Just when you thought you had a steady job, bam! The credit squeeze hit, and you found yourself juggling 2 jobs just to make ends meet. We turned multitasking into an art form before it became a trendy buzzword. Trust me, if there was an Olympic event for working multiple jobs, we would have won gold medals. Fun without tech. Now, let's talk about entertainment. Imagine a world without the internet, smartphones, and social media. I know it sounds like a bizarre concept, right? But fear not, my young friends. We had our own ways to have a blast. We didn't need fancy gadgets to have fun. We used our imagination, and boy did we get creative. We would gather at the local movie theatre, feeling like kings and queens as we watched the latest Hollywood blockbusters. Mind you, it wasn't as simple as tapping a screen or clicking a button. We had to save our pennies and shillings, scraping together enough money to take the whole family. The excitement was palpable as we soaked up the magic of the silver screen, popcorn crunching and laughter filling the air. Life lessons with a twist. Now, let's dive into those life lessons I promised you, sprinkled with a generous helping of humour. Remember, even in tough times, we found silver linings and reasons to laugh. It was like a masterclass in making the best of what you had. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The mantra during the Great Depression, as recalled many times by my parents. We turned scarcity into a challenge, and suddenly everyone became a culinary genius. You could make a gourmet meal out of a tin of baked beans and some stale bread, or whip up a gourmet dessert using just sugar and water. Creativity was our secret ingredient. Laughter is the best medicine, especially when you can't afford the real stuff. During those credit squeezes, when money was tighter than a pair of pants after Christmas dinner, we relied on laughter to keep our spirits high. We cracked jokes, pulled pranks, and turned the simplest things into comedic gold. It was like living in a never-ending sitcom, making up plays, playing charades. It was the childhood you had to have. Hard work pays off, but it doesn't hurt to have a good sense of humour. Working 2 jobs was no walk in the park, but it taught us the value of diligence and determination. We learned to laugh at ourselves, finding humour in the most mundane tasks. Scrubbing floors became a dance routine, and paperwork turned into a comedy sketch. Laughter lightened the load and made the days fly by. As I sit here reminiscing about the good old days, I can't help but smile. Life wasn't always easy, but it was filled with laughter, resilience, and life lessons that have shaped me into the person I am today, and I dare say also most senior citizens. So, dear young men and women, take a moment to step into our world and experience the joys and challenges we faced. Embrace the spirit of resourcefulness, resilience, and laughter. for these are the ingredients that make life truly remarkable. Life is like a comedy show. The script may change, but laughter will always be the punchline. Cherish the present, learn from the past, and keep the laughter alive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to dust off my time-travelling goggles and embark on another journey down memory lane. Cheers to ageing, life lessons, and the hilarity that comes with them. So long, my young friends, and may your lives be filled with laughter, adventure, and a few good stories to share with the next generation. Remember, hard times and difficult times never last. Memories do. The end.